Let's take a look at a NVDY today from the YieldMax family and see if it is a crown jewel of the YieldMax family. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper. All right. First thing we're going to do here is look at the NVDY chart. We're going to look at here the daily time frame, and then we're going to zoom out to a weekly. We're going to look at some earnings reports and some other fun stuff. So let's look here first. As we see, NVIDIA consolidated around this level between 400 and 500 for, quite some time, for a few months here. And then since that time of consolidation, it has just absolutely ripped and flew. Let's look at it on the weekly time frame, and then we're going to look at the NVDY chart. Look at this. Look at this green candle on a weekly, or these green candles, rather. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, the last 5 weeks after it came to the 20-period moving average that you see there in white on the weekly time frame. It hit 400, and then since that point, it is just flat out went vertical. That's an absolutely amazing piece. Now, how long can they sustain this? I have no idea. It's very rare you see something explode like this and then not come back down to earth at some point. But still, what an amazing chart. And, after the consolidation period, you just love to see that kind of rip up. Let's look at the NVDY chart. So we know YieldMax does a covered call strategy, right? And we can kind of see this consolidation period through here, right? Let me draw a little line here. That when NVIDIA was going through its consolidation, let's just say in this general area, when NVIDIA was going through its consolidation phase, you can kind of see that there, and just how it just flat took off from there. It's great to see YieldMax Fund getting up there. I honestly, though, would have thought, I don't follow, you'd have to go to Retire on Dividends to see all their options, but I would think, a rise from, let's say, $500 to $700 would have produced more upside here in NVIDIA. Go from 22 to 26, that's great. I would have thought it would have got a lot higher than that. That's a $200 run. So there's that. But despite that, NVIDIA is just doing extremely well. And as a company, let's go look at their earnings and then look at what they've been paying and kind of see what's going on here behind the scenes. Let's go here. Let's go look at their earnings. Now look at this history of earnings, okay? They got earnings coming up scheduled February 21st, as you see there. In October, it beat. July, it beat. April, it beat. Last January, it beat. So NVIDIA as a corporation is doing nothing but beating earnings. And they keep upping the earnings, and they just keep going. Just, what a fantastic company. Now, there's going to be some things. It's never going to be perfect. We can see their net change in cash down a little bit there on October's earnings. So we'd like to see that get a little higher. But despite that, everything is a beat. Let's go to the YieldMax website. And I have just really impressed with the amount. Look at this, 72%. And guys, these dividends have been very consistent. Let's see if we can find the actual amount of dividends here. There we go. Look at this, distributions per share. It does vary a little bit. We went from 41 cents there, 42 cents if you ran that up to $1.53, right? So there's over $1. So they're definitely got some variations in here. But despite that, it looks really nice. I wouldn't have liked the 41 cents there, to be honest, but that seems like an outlier, right? Their dividends have been fantastic. The average is 72%. I don't think you can go wrong with NVDY. I personally am not in it, but I want to be. I just needed to kind of pull back. For me personally, in my plan, I need NVIDIA to cool down a little bit, come back down to earth, so I can get that. And we will see what happens with that chart. Let me see if I can pull it up again, if they're going to time me out. So no, they didn't time me out. Fantastic. So I would look to buy this, me personally. I would feel comfortable under $23, maybe 24, but I think I'll be looking personally anywhere under $23. What's that going to take for NVIDIA to get there? Well, honestly, not much, because it hasn't done a great job of following the underlying up, meaning NVIDIA. So it may just have to come back down here. This just seems so weird to say, all the way back down here to 600, which looks like, see if I can do this here. We had a little consolidation here, okay? Point this out right here. That could be the point here where it may come back and test. So maybe 650-ish. Between 650 and 7 may get a pullback, but who knows? Here's another level here. It could also pull back to right there. So maybe the 600 level. So I'll be looking and watching NVIDIA over the next, month, 2 months, whatever, and see if it comes back down to these levels. If it does, that 600 level looks really good for some support, because there really hasn't been a ton of support. It's just ripped. It hasn't come back down to test any of these areas to prove that there's support. But 600 looks really good. So if it drops back down to 600, I'll see what it equates to on the NVIDIA chart. And for me, that may be the time to get in there. I don't know where that'll be. Could be $23, could be $24. I don't know. But I'll be willing to take a stab at NVIDIA once she kind of cools off a little bit and comes back down. But NVIDIA just looks amazing. This is Mike.